missed you last night.
Yeah, I missed you more.
How'd it go with Christina?
Good. It went really good. We gave each other manicures. Yeah, it's glitter. I haven't had glitter since I was a teenager, and we did fun stuff. We watched movies and made popcorn, and it was nice.
Well, it sounded like it did some good for Christina.
I think it did. I mean, it was nice to actually see her giggle and be silly and laugh.
But?
Okay, but I think the only reason why Christina was being silly and laughing and stuff is because she thinks I'm going to talk to Alexis about dropping the charges against Ethan. So I took Lucky's advice, and I actually listened to Christina about how she wants to handle the assault, and I finally heard her. I mean, the last thing Christina wants is to press charges against Ethan and get swept up in a whole legal process, to have to relive the horror of that night over and over again. And let's be honest, a trial would be a really devastating experience for her. Because the defense, they're gonna make that poor, innocent little girl look like a precocious little slut who was stalking Ethan. They're gonna make fun of what she was wearing. And I'm sure they're going to get a lot of people to say that she was obsessed with him. And then I'm sure his lawyers will say that he never put a hand on her, and even if he did, she brought it on herself. The whole thing just makes me sick to my stomach.
I understand.
No, I swear, Jason, I mean, it really makes me sick to my stomach to think that my little sister is at the mercy of some pig with a law degree, knowing nothing about you, making you out to be the biggest tramp that ever lived.
You?
What?
Is that how they made you feel?
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess I'm talking from experience. What are you saying, though? I mean, do you think I'm making Christina's assault about me? I have every right to be pissed as hell. Ethan Lovett beat my sister to a bloody pulp. Jason, I know what that's like. I know how it makes you feel, how you lose your sense of pride and your sense of self, especially when you're not even old enough to realize who you are. You're right. I am totally projecting my own experience and how I felt. What I would want to do different, how I would want Ethan tried and convicted, but that's not what Christina wants. Oh, Christina just wants this whole thing to go away. She doesn't want to have the pain of going up and announcing her humiliation to the world. She just wants this whole thing behind her.
Do you think she has the right to make that choice?
Yeah, absolutely. And here I am pushing her in the other direction, and it is disrespectful and unfair. This big sister I am.
No, come on, you went through the same thing as Christina. I mean, really, how can you not identify?
Yeah, but the difference is I identified her right out of her own experience.
No, you wanted to do for her what no one did for you. You know, make you believe that you didn't deserve to be beaten no matter what the circumstances. That no man has the right to touch you. And she couldn't have heard it from anybody better. But I agree. I mean, Christina has to figure out how to handle this for herself and decide what she wants to do.
I know, which means I'm going to have to go to Alexis and try to convince her to drop the charges against Ethan.
Alexis seems pretty determined to move forward.
Yes, I know she does. And she might even pressure Christina into going forward with this. But if she doesn't and she agrees, there's still Sonny.
Hi.
Hi. Are the girls here?
No,
No.
actually, no. They're at Kelly's. I think that's a good thing. Don't you, that Christina felt like she was okay enough to go out in public, and I'm taking the moment here to try to research some precedents that I think the prosecution might want to use in her case.
Yeah, good. That's actually what I wanted to talk to you about. Okay, so Christina and I were hanging out last night, and she actually opened up to me, and I guess you could say she is petrified at the thought of a trial.
I know that she is. Every victim is petrified when they have to step into a courtroom.
Yeah, but she just lived through the single worst experience of her life, and she wants it to go away.
I understand that, too. What are you getting at, Sam?
I'm asking you if there is any way, if you would be able to make the charges against Ethan disappear.
Okay. Your sister just had the crap beat out of her, and your solution is to protect the abuser. Do you not see what's wrong with that, Sam?
Yeah, no. What I'm saying is that I think that we should let Christina make the call on how things fall out.
She's 17. Not only that, she's a very confused and a very fragile 17-year-old who's been traumatized. We all understand why she would want to sweep this under the rug and make it magically disappear, but that's not a realistic possibility. That's not gonna happen. She has to deal with this. Don't you see she's blaming herself for what happened instead of blaming the person that did this to her? That's wrong, and you, of all people, should understand that.
I do. Too much. And that's just it. I was talking to Jason about it earlier, and I realized that I was projecting my own experience onto Christina.
Okay. With all due respect, Jason is not the one. He's not qualified to discuss the ramifications of violence since he contributes to it every day. I know you want to help. But if you want to set a good example for her, encourage her to stand up for herself. That's the kind of support she needs from you right now.
I need you on Sunny containment.
Why? What's going on?
While I am deeply, genuinely sympathetic to Christina, Sunny's focus has to be in the courtroom. That is the way he is going to help his daughter, by not going to prison. Jason, is there something going on that I should know about?
I'm not sure.
You're not sure if I should know about it, or you're not sure if there's something going on? Because I'll tell you something, if there is something going on that's going to distract Sunny even further, I need to know.
Okay, there's a discrepancy in Christina's story. She says that after Sam dropped her off at the lake house, Ethan showed up, but that's impossible because Sam actually drove to the Haunted Star and Ethan was there.
Ethan was there.
Yes, he was. And I told Carly, and she went to speak to Christina.
And?
And Carly thinks that Christina is not telling the truth.
Okay, hear me, Jason. Under no circumstances are you to tell this to Sunny. You don't even hint that Christina might be lying. Because if you do, the man's gonna spiral out of control, and I can't have the man fighting me while I'm trying to save his life.
I can think to avoid a trial is for Ethan to cop a plea, and if he knew that Christina were going to testify, he might very well do that, and then something in this would be right.
For your sense of right and wrong and justice, you're making Christina's situation all about your stuff. I was doing the same exact thing. I know. I get it. Do me a favor. Humor me, okay? Just pretend I'm Christina. You're the defense lawyer. Put me
Sam,
on the stand. Then you can realize what you would have to go through.
I know what happens in court. I do this for a living. Remember, I've seen many a victim take this
Yeah,
stand.
but not when the victim is your daughter. Come on. Mom, I get it. I understand. I want to see Ethan go to prison. I want to see him tried and convicted for what he did to Christina. I get that.
I believe that it would empower her if she faced him, and it would give her a sense of closure.
Yeah. Christina doesn't think so. Ethan has a right to, what do you lawyers call it, a vigorous defense. It is what it is. She's gonna have to get up on that stand and relive that night over and over again. And she is telling us loud and clear that is not what she wants to do. We have to listen to her.
I know. Hey. So, Diane says that you're too distracted, that you're not focusing on the trial.
I paid Diane a lot of money to worry. I'm fine.
I'm not so sure, Sonny.
You know what? Look, I'm the defendant. All I gotta do is show up on time, not dress too flashy, and act misunderstood.
Yeah, but see, you don't see how you're wearing your hatred for Ethan on your face.
Well,
you know that the jury's gonna watch you like a hawk. They're gonna watch every move you make, every expression, and you're gonna interpret it to mean something despite what the judge says. You get on the stand in this state of mind, you might as well hold your hands out for the cuffs.
Like I said, Diane exaggerates.
You're not just fighting for your freedom, you're fighting for Michael's. Please don't lose sight of that, because everything we've done will go out the window.
I know somewhere down the line I'll get justice for my daughter. I'll get through the trial.
Okay.
Lou came by, making a case for his pathetic excuse for his son. He accused Christina of lying.
This whole situation is
This whole situation, I thought, look, hey, you know what? I thought it would be easier just to make Ethan disappear, but I don't want that animal to haunt my daughter for the rest of her life. So I'm going to do something I'm not comfortable with. I'm going to let the justice system do its job. Right? Ethan will be tried and convicted. He'll pay his debt. But I tell you right now, if he walks, all bets are off.
The thing that was...
He didn't hurt me, Kiefer. And I don't want to lie in court, and he shouldn't be punished for something he didn't do.
Okay, so what happens now, Kay? You drop the charges and you file against me? You can't do that. That is so wrong. It's unfair.
Hey, what's unfair, Kiefer?